Thanks for stopping by the Junction, where we're trying to make connections between Ardmorites. I'm Ardmore Leader News Director Michael Dean Smith. And to begin our Ardmore Decides 2026 election coverage, we're having a series of interviews with candidates appearing on ballots here in Ardmore coming up on April 7th. Now, this is the first episode in this special series considering the broad footprint of the following school board race that will be decided by voters across 6 counties. The SoTech Board of Education Zone 3 seat is up for election, with 2 candidates vying for that seat representing constituents in an area covering Ardmore's extreme west, south towards Thackerville. Joining us is Georgeanne Westfall. Georgeanne, thanks for joining us in the Junction.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm eager to be here today. Thank you.
Well, to start off, I want to kind of learn a little bit about you. So if you wouldn't mind, just kind of briefly introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, but also, if while you're doing that, could you also talk about your interest in running for the Southern Tech School Board?
Okay. Well, first off, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was with the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center for approximately 29 years before I ran for the board seat. And 19 of those years, I taught a commercial foods program. And then 10 of those years, I was a program director at the school. So I have a diverse background with the career tech system. And after I retired, I wanted to be still connected with the school that I love, that I feel does wonderful and provides great educational experience for our students in high school and also our adults, and ran for the board seat back in 2006. So actually, I've been on the board for 20 years, and I still have that love for the school, and believe that in my track record for the last several years has assisted the school to go forward, and we have lots of new things to come down the pike and want to be involved in that process.
I want to actually find out some of the details about that deep history with Southern Tech that, as you said, includes now 2 decades on the board. Maybe while you're talking about this, touch a little bit on how career tech has changed over your career, but really I want to ask, how have you changed after 20 years on the Southern Tech School Board?
Well, a natural change, of course, is getting older, and I'm just making fun or light of that. I don't know if my philosophy has changed much, but I do believe that the school, the career tech system in the state of Oklahoma, has changed in trying to be always current with what the needs are of the district. And that is one thing that I believe our career tech systems do, is we try to assess the situation locally, especially with Southern Tech, to work with the business and industry to find out what is needed in the job demand. And we are very quick, normally, able to transition and assist those business and industry to provide the workers that are needed. I know our school system has worked diligently with the Ardmore Chamber especially and the Industrial Authority. As they recruit business, our staff members go and give the information how we can train and help those business come to town.
Let's get into some of the details actually about that, because I want to learn kind of how in particular you stay connected with the community and with constituents essentially, but especially those you talked about in the various trades and businesses in the area that are going to benefit from a healthy career tech system. So kind of talk a little bit about some of your knowledge of those industries, and how do you specifically plan on staying engaged with them and maybe even expanding your engagement in another 5-year term?
Well, Career Tech is really unique is that our staff members that teach our trade programs and health programs during the day, what we call our day programs, for our juniors and seniors mainly.
Talk about high school juniors and seniors?
Students,
okay.
But adults also can attend. They have what they call committees and invite business and industry people to be on those industry committees. Those committees are very important because they give feedback to those instructors on what they need, what they know is new coming down the pike, any new technology that is out on the horizon. They assess our programs. They also hire the students. They can give immediate feedback to those instructors if those students are needing to retrain or maybe have a certain area that they need to shore up before they actually go out into the workforce. And I know that that's very important because when I taught, and we did it even back years and years ago, my business and industry leaders were the ones who helped guide me to help me understand what my students needed in order to be successful when they applied for a job. And I think that avenue sets our career tech systems apart from other educational sources because we do listen to business and industry and our health providers, all of the areas that we train for.
Moving on, I want to learn a little bit about your thoughts on Southern Tech's current board and the school's appointed and hired leadership, especially considering your role as a board member kind of overseeing some of those positions. What are some of the challenges that you see facing Southern Tech, and kind of how do you feel current leadership has been responding to those challenges?
Oh, I 100% believe our leadership has met the challenges. We face challenges as all other school systems do, and it's not just with instructional staff. We face challenges for like bus drivers or industry-specific instructors. When we have a program that, let's say, a diesel program, and when we hire, we want to hire a person that's been in the diesel industry. And that's what we look to more than we do a bachelor's degree, because it's more important that they know about that particular subject area so that they can transfer their knowledge to the student. So we have some same challenges that other schools do in providing and in being able to place staff. I actually will say that at this point in time, I feel our school is run well. I do believe that we are meeting the needs of our local area. And the board, that's presently a board, we work together because we have one goal, and that goal is to ensure that our students obtain the best possible educational they can. And in order to do that, we have to have a staff in place in order to provide that.
I want to learn a little bit about if there's anything in particular you would like to accomplish on a 5-year term on the Southern Tech School Board. So let's kind of time travel for a moment. Let's go to 2031. This current 5-year term would be ending. What does Southern Tech look like? Is there anything different going on?
Well, I'm sure there will be, because in the past several years, as I've been on the board, we have improved the campus with either remodeling some of the buildings that had been there for years. We have new buildings on the campus since I've been there. We've added satellite sites. We have a great site in Love County that we offer programs. And it's been very successfully used by the people in the county. Mm-hmm. So I see us progressing. We do research, again, to find out what is needed. That part of that research is we have to ensure that there is opportunities for those students to obtain those jobs. And then, of course, we always have to look at the economic impact. And as a board member and a taxpayer, I always want to make sure that we're spending our money wisely, and that we always have a strong budget. And I always believe that our money has been spent wisely, and that we try to do the best we can with the finances that is given to us by the taxpayers.
And then finally, I'm going to give you a little bit of a curveball. I want to learn a little bit less about the candidate and more about the person. So let's kind of clear the slate, and thinking about art and art mediums and talking about paintings, buildings, music, TV shows. video games, anything like that. What is a piece of art or an art medium you like, and why do you appreciate it?
Oh my gosh, you're talking to a person that doesn't have many hobbies. I'm going to say I can't answer that question right now because I enjoy art. I do not know the names of artists. My husband is an artist, not per se produces art, but he does like to draw, and he's always enjoyed that avenue. But I am not a person that probably can give you that answer. I do like to read, and my hobby, and my family will tell you, and the people that are around you that know me will tell you, my hobby is work. I've always been driven that way.
All right. Well, anybody planning to vote coming up on April 7th will need to be registered to vote with their county's local election board by March 13th if they want to vote in this upcoming Southern Tech Board of Education Zone 3 election. We've been speaking with Georgeanne Westfall, the incumbent in that seat. Georgeanne, thank you so much for stopping by the Junction and talking with us. Do appreciate it. I
appreciate it. Could I add one thing to the vote?
Sure.
A lot of people do not realize, they think because the school is located in Ardmore, Oklahoma, that they have to be a resident of Ardmore to vote. And when we say I'm Zone 3 representative, yes, I do represent Love County, the Plainview School District, but all people that live in Marshall County, all residents in Carter County, any resident in the Mansfield School District, any resident in the Ringland School District, and the Marietta and Thackerville School District is eligible to vote on April the 7th.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up. Do appreciate it.